right, we're putting all the NBA point guards into tiers. Let's start with Kyrie Irving, an enigma. I'd say, Gene, he's an S in talent. We all would agree with that. He's a special talent. However, he never plays, so that brings him down. Every team he plays for seems to get better when he doesn't play, so I could see him landing in the C range as well.
This is the same guy that hit the biggest shot in the history of the NBA Finals.
In 2016.
Like Kyrie, I gotta give him a B based off talent alone. I'm just gonna ignore all the BS that this guy's doing off the court.
All right, I'll give him a B for BS, even though I could make the case for F and that he leaves every franchise he plays for engulfed in flames. Let's go to Steph Curry. He's up next. A clear S. I don't think we can front on that when it comes to Shai.
S for Steph, and that's about it.
All right, Russell Westbrook, he has rehabilitated himself. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we might have put him at brick bottom at F, but he's accepted that bench role. He's played pretty well. I'd put him at C right now.
I got to agree. Probably the leading man for Sixth Man of the Year right now, so I got to say C for Russ, which is honestly, it's pretty dope. I'm happy for him.
He may have extended his career. I'm going A for Shai, for SGA. He has turned the Thunder into more than just future draft picks.
I can't put you in that A category if your squad's not even a threat to make noise in the postseason. So for me,
who else is on the Thunder? Name some of his teammates.
But hey, if you're gonna be an A, you gotta have A impact. And is he having A impact on the Thunder?
Yes.
I don't think so. No, he's not.
Yeah, the Thunder are much better than we expected. If you got Kyrie at B, I'm putting SGA at A.
No, you want to put Kyrie and Shai Gilgeous on the
Shai
same category?
I'd much rather have Shai than Kyrie.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
I'm making an executive decision. Shai, now you're an all-star. A for Shai. I'm going B for Darius Garland, an excellent scorer, just had a huge game. He certainly can get buckets, so I'm giving him a B.
And this is why I had a problem putting Shai at A, because Garland is a B. But if you're going to put Shai at A, how is Garland not an A as well?
Shai is better.
The Cavs are a legit threat in the East right now.
He hasn't even played. He had nothing to do. He had nothing to do with
He's still balling, bro. He is still balling.
He just started.
Still balling. Garland is a baller, bro.
He has not done nearly what Shai has done. Garland
what are you
stays
talking about? He's an all-star. He has an all-star under his belt. What are we doing? Shai doesn't have an all-star.
I'm pulling rank one more time.
Nah, you're not pulling rank back-to-back. I'm not conceding this one.
Where are you putting CP3?
This A. It's A for CP3.
How do you he barely plays now.
The Phoenix Suns are a legit championship contender. If he is not an A, who is? If we're talking, we're not saying he's the best point guard in the league, but the Phoenix Suns, if you expect the Phoenix Suns to go far, it's going to be because of CP3.
He's shooting 36% from the floor. He's gotten benched in games.
His stats say C, but out of respect for CP3, I got to move him to B.
CJ McCollum, I'll go B here as well. Maybe an A acquisition for the Pelicans overall, but a B player.
I love CJ, and I'm not mad at B.
I'd say Dame Time belongs in the A range.
Easy choice.
CADE Cunningham, this screams C to me. Maybe hasn't been exactly what fans would want considering where he was picked. Not exactly super efficient, but still putting some points on the board.
He's not that guy, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does get better as his career goes on. But as of right now, I got him in the C range.
D'Angelo Russell, your favorite player?
Yeah, F for me for Mr. D'Lo.
I'd give him a D, but I'll give him an F for floor awareness and not being, aware of how many players are on the court. Jalen Brunson, I'll say C. Everything about the Knicks is mid, including their best player.
I can't put him below average.
Cole Anthony feels like our first D. Cole Anthony's the kind of guy I could see thriving in a lesser role where he's asked to do less on a better team.
He just seems like a rotation guy for me. Nothing special.
De'Aaron Fox, he's probably played at an A level, but the Kings have never done anything, so that might, bring him down to B for me. He's floating on that line.
If you would have asked me before the season, I would have had him in the C range, but this guy, he's taking it to another level this year. Him and Sabonis, they're doing something special in Sacramento.
All right, I'll let you make that final call, because, you could easily make the case for A, but we'll keep him at B. AO is supposed to be Lonzo Ball. He's done a solid and respectable job. I'll give him a D for the effort.
See, I was going to say C. For a guy who wasn't expected to do much, he's definitely taking advantage of the opportunity.
I think D is fair.
All right, I'll give you this one. I'll give you D.
Fred VanVleet is a B. He's a kind of guy you trust in big spots, given what he's done in his career. Not quite talented enough to be a tier above that. Jamal Murray is a C. He just hasn't recaptured that magic that he had with Jokic in the bubble or since the injury.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him climb into that BA range. The Nuggets are going to be deadly, and I could see him turning this around.
Jrue Holiday, to me, he's actually an A on impact. When you're talking about two-way players, you talk about how good the Bucks are, the fact that we consider them contenders. Giannis is who he is, but they don't even have Middleton yet. A lot of that is because Jrue locks up on D and can make timely plays on offense.
JRUE makes every team better. He's an A. He's an A for sure.
I'd say Kevin Porter Jr. is probably a C.
He has the it factor. The numbers might not prove it, but if we're going straight off impact and what he's done overall, then yeah, I guess I gotta agree with you at the C range.
LaMelo Ball, this is a tough one. He probably would have been around a B. He had injuries. It's not fair to really dock him for that. But I think there are questions about, his viability long-term without being able to score the basketball. Right now, I'd probably have him at a C.
Like you said, there's a lot of questions. So until we get answers, C is right where he belongs.
Kyle Lowry might be at the F range of his career, but out of respect for it, I'd put him at a D.
I gotta put him F right now, Lowry.
I just feel like when it actually comes to winning, in big situations, he'll still have that impact. That's why I would give him a D.
To me, if we're not gonna put CP3 in the A range in terms of future impact and what we project that he's gonna do, then how can we put Lowry on that? F is where I got Lowry.
Raptors and Heat fans come for him because I would have given him a D. Luka Doncic, that's another S easy.
Not only is he an S, he's the number one S.
No, Steph Curry is the number one S.
No,
that's
he's
an
not
argument
the number
for
one S.
Yes.
No, he's
Luka
not.
has
If
not
we're talking about
won
career, if we're talking about career, I agree with you.
That's the reigning Finals MVP.
Okay, we're not talking about last year, Robin. We're not
and this year, Steph is having maybe the best year of his career.
When the Warriors are above 500, we can revisit this conversation. But right now, Luka Doncic is carrying his team to a better record. He's putting up monumental numbers, and he's the number one right now. We're talking about right now.
He has the ball more than anyone else in the league. I'm not going to argue about whose face appears first, but Steph Curry is the best point guard in the league. Let's go to Mike Conley.
That's just not true this season.
Mike Conley is probably an F at the moment, unfortunately.
D for Conley.
But then why is Lowry not a D? I mean,
all right, let's move Lowry to D too. All right, let's just have a happy fan. You want to leave Russell down there by himself all alone?
Yeah, let's leave him alone down there.
All right, bet.
I'm going B for Marcus Smart. Almost close to an A. Every team in NBA history gets better with a player like Marcus Smart. He's just not quite talented enough as an offensive orchestrator to be an A.
I love Marcus, man. To me, he is an A. You're talking about the reigning you were just going to put Steph Curry number one for being a reigning Finals MVP. How's Marcus Smart, the best perimeter defender in the league, reigning Defensive Player of the Year? The Celtics look dangerous. He's an A for me as far as impact.
Yeah, I mean, Monte Morris gotta probably live near the F range.
Russell, you've got some company. Monte, welcome to the F party.
Ja Morant, one more S. I think he's probably the last of the S's.
Let's revisit this later in the season, but right now, yeah, he's a third S. Reggie's tough, man. I don't feel right debating between the D and C range, so I'm gonna say C out of the
this is the D and F range, not the D and C range.
Oh, come on now. That's disrespectful.
No, it's not. Look at what he's doing.
That's mean. It's
not mean. It's true. Tyrese Haliburton is flirting with that A territory.
Someone came around to Tyrese. What happened? What changed, bro?
No, I thought for a minute there Tyrese Haliburton was boosted a little bit by like the stats nerds. But now that he's actually gotten an opportunity to flourish, he's seizing it in Indiana. They've been better than expected.
Oh, he's 100% an A. And man, he will be flirting with that S category. Maybe not this season, but there will be a day where he's going to be regarded as a top 5 point guard in the league. Love Tyrese.
I'm giving Trae Jones a D. He's shooting the 3-ball well.
I wouldn't be mad putting him in the C range, man. Like, did anyone expect the Spurs to be anything but a lottery team this season?
Tyrese Maxey, here's another guy, in that B-A range. With James Harden playing, he's a B. Without James Harden playing, he's an A.
He's been doing well all year, Maxey, whether or not Harden's been on and off the court. Harden didn't need to catch a stray there, man.
Trae Young, I mean, I could almost make the case for Trae as an S. If you want to say he's a tick below those guys, I'm okay putting him next to Shai at A.
Nah, bro. Like, that S class is very special. He's not there yet, but a deep playoff run will make it a conversation, but we got to see it first.
He's already made a playoff run as the guy. Let's put him at least towards the front of that
I'm
list.
not mad at that. No, number one. Let's make him number 1A. I'll give you that. I'll give him the number 1A.
Peace up. A for Trae.